Hey boys and girls, it's Miss Sweeney. Today I'm going to show you how we're going to be using a new website that is going to be interactive and fun for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we're going to be using Freckle.com now for some ELA and some math practice. And so I kind of want to go over what that's going to look like. So on our Schoology homepage, under websites, you see the Freckle button with the little pig on it. You're going to click on that, and it's going to take you to the student login for Freckle. And it'll look just like this. It's going to ask you for a class code, and your class code, everybody has the same code. It's SWEENX. And then you'll hit the blue arrow. Then it will ask you for your first name. My first name is Heather. And then it'll ask you for your last name. My last name is Sweeney. Then you'll hit the arrow again, and it will bring you to your home page. So for Freckle, you have math practice, you have an English practice, which is reading, and then you have from my teacher. So that may be where I assign something for you to do in Freckle. So when I ask you to go into Math Freckle, you'll log in and hit Math. I'll ask you to either do a number basic activity, a number fact, adaptive math, or fact practice. Let's look at the adaptive math first. In the adaptive math, it breaks up the different domains of math. So if I ask you to go in one of these domains, like maybe operations and algebraic thinking, you will click on it. It'll tell you that it wants to try to find your level before you begin actually doing any kind of practice. So you'll press Get Started. There will be questions where you will answer the questions by typing your answer in the box and then hitting the button here, the gray button. When you see the speaker, that means it will read to you either the directions or the math problem. So for math, it will read to you this problem. Once you complete the Find Your Level part, it will then allow you to start working in the operations and algebraic thinking section where you can earn coins for the piggy store. So we're going to leave this. English is very similar. When I ask you to go into English and I ask you to go in one of these parts, it may ask you to do some pre-test before you actually begin working. And so it'll ask you, are you ready to start the pre-test? Remember, the speaker always will read the directions to you. Read the directions again if you need them, or hit continue. Now for the reading section, the pre-test, when you see the speaker, it's only going to read to you the directions for the reading assignment. It will not read to you the reading portion or the questions, because this is reading. We have to know where you can read. In order to get to the next part of the reading passage, you'll hit the blue button, keep going all the way until you get ready to answer your questions. Then you still have everything you read over here where you can scroll through and look while you come over here and answer your questions. When you're done answering your questions, you can hit submit, and it'll kind of give you a little bit of a more possible longer passage or shorter passage or more questions to answer. Once it finds your level, then you can begin working in that practice for ELA. Okay? Now, that pretty much sums up Freckle and exactly kind of what you do when you're in it. So when you guys are working in Freckle, this will be something that you guys will be doing kind of often, but just a little start. So I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of Freckle today, and it's kind of taken a little bit of time now that I'm finished. But when you're done, you'll hit this button over here that says Exit, and you'll exit the program. All right, guys, well, that's just a little bit of information about Freckle, and I hope you guys enjoy it when we get started with it.